Okay, so welcome to another brand new episode of Live Forex Trading with your host Peeling Mindset. So welcome to another brand new episode. So we are going live side by side on YouTube, and some of my Slack friends are coming in. So some of my friends are coming in nice and slow here. So Jura says, "Good day, guys. Good day. Good day. Good day." I hope you guys are doing well. So looks like pound yen. Pound yen is sort of ranging from yesterday's market. So ever since yesterday's New York market, pound yen has been ranging side by side on an hourly time frame. So we're gonna read the market in the next few seconds, and we will see what we can pull off and what exactly can we do. So let's see. Let's look into pound yen at the beginning. Pound yen. All right, so my mic on YouTube is working okay. I hope my sound on Zoom is good too. I hope. And all right, so let's go into the pound yen. So this was yesterday's position. So obviously we secured our pips yesterday. So looking at the market right now, the channel is a old channel from yesterday. So this is a very old channel that we drew yesterday, a channel sort of analogy used. So when we go into the monthly time frame at this point in time in GJ, look at this. Looking at GJ from a monthly sort of a time frame, monthly candle is still bearish and is actually below this recently broken monthly level. So what are the prices in pound yen actually trying to do? Is the prices in pound yen trying to push down in a monthly sort of a time frame? Now is the bearish trend coming in, because we do have enough targets on the left hand side on the downside. So for now, monthly candle is bearish, has a very long wick on the bottom, and this is the last day of the month. So this is the last day of the month, and it'll be interesting to see how this monthly candle finally closes. If this monthly candle is going to close bearish, if this monthly candle is actually going to flip, I mean, there's a lot of pips left for this candle to flip if it's going to flip bullish, but I want to see if this monthly candle could stay bearish below the previously broken monthly resistance or a level rejection point. Right? So that's pretty key. Pretty key. And when you go into the weekly time frame, look at this. Looking at the chart from a weekly sort of a time frame, we recently made this weekly support, and the current weekly candle has 2 more days left for its close, and the current weekly candle seems as if it's actually rejecting the bottom. So for the price to continue up in a weekly sort of a time frame, if I was to find out my bias or my simple technical analysis on a weekly, would be something like this: dun 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 dun. If this was to happen, this current weekly candle needs to flip bullish. So for the bullish bias, I have to see prices in this current weekly candle making the candle flip bullish if there is any bullish momentum. But if the monthly candle finally starts closing bearish on a monthly sort of a time frame, we may even start a bearish trend. That could be one of the ideas. Now watch this. When just give me a second. All right, so need to fix this YouTube chat. Where is my YouTube chat? Yep, there you go. YouTube chat all fixed. All right, so real loan says, can you analyze your chart for us? Oh yes, that's what I'm doing. And Paylene says, good morning. So I have to see how this weekly candle flips, definitely. And this is interesting because this is the end of the month, right? And the prices in the smaller time frame is actually pretty rangy at this point in time. Really rangy. Yesterday our bias was sell, and the trade on a selling sort of a bias, looking at the 4-hour, 2-hour, 1-hour time frame did work out. But if you look into the 4-hour time frame at this point in time, look at how price is acting near this level. Look at the way, if this was a clear 4-hour support area, previously if this was a clear 4-hour support area, price has actually broken that level successfully and is retesting that level several times. Look at this. Candles have retested that broken support once, twice, and another time on a 4-hour time frame. So if the price is finally being resisted around this level, what is the price going to do? Probably it's going to range And if it's ranging, where is it going to break? Looking at the recent price action, more than likely, it can break on the downside. And we do have clear range on the left-hand side too. On a 4-hour time frame, the range on the left-hand side looks much more better than anything else on a 4-hour time frame. If this current 4-hour candle has to flip bearish, there is a higher chance we can actually push even lower. We can actually push lower because the monthly time frame is bearish, and looking at the daily time frame, look at this. So the current daily candle may be bullish, but this bullish candle or the candle making its top wick could only be a maneuver for the price to push down later. And let's actually have a look at today's any major sort of a economical event. Is there anything happening? Looks like there's nothing happening. So it looks like Wednesday today is a clear day. So we do have this GDP sort of a CAD news, and we have this ADP. Okay, ADP, interesting. ADP, non-farm employment change. I mean, so it's a U.S. major U.S. medium impact economical event. So this must be a report that is coming out. So we will see what's going to happen, right? Except for that, we don't see anything major happening with pound, with GBP. So it looks like market could move consistent. So this is the pre-New York, as we know, and this is one of the sessions we do see a lot of volume, right? So we do see a lot of volume. So if the prices could start flipping bearish on a daily sort of a time frame, if prices could eventually close or start heading below this 152,800 level, there is a clear range on the left-hand side. There's actually clear range. For now, the 4-hour candle is bullish. Looking at the 4-hour candle, absolutely bullish. So it's actually broken outside the channel and is near this 153, 195 level. If prices start closing below this level, maybe the chances of price moving up on a 4-hour could be less. Now, what we're going to do is we are actually going to go into 2-hour time frame. Let's head into the 2-hour time frame and see what's happening in 2-hour time frame. So the current 2-hour candle is going to close in the next 15 minutes. Obviously, this is the first 2-hour candle that has closed outside the channel. In relation to the channel as well, this is the first 2-hour candle that has actually closed out, and is very close to 153, 195 level, which is the previously broken 4-hour, 2-hour support level. Price has done a retest already, so there is a chance price can do a retest and start heading down. So in the next 15 minutes, we will see how this 2-hour candle is going to close. If this 2-hour candle could reject, maybe our bias of sell could work out. But if you look at the candle in a naked view, look at this. If you look at the candles in a naked view, 2-hour candles also seem as if it's actually ranging side by side, and the range is in about 35 to 37 pips of range. So the price in pound yen is ranging side by side in about 35, 36 pips of range. So watch this. Let's go into the 1-hour time frame. All right, so the 1-hour time frame has 14 more minutes left for its close, and is acting around the top of the range. And this candle has it has a very long top wick and a long bottom wick. So the candle is moving a little dodgy at this point in time, and we will see in the next 14 minutes if this candle could successfully close bullish or bearish. So let's see one more time, going into the hourly time frame. Let's see. So this was the first hourly candle that actually closed outside this channel, the roughly drawn channel that we drew yesterday. And this is the second hourly candle that's actually trying to do a retest around this level, right? So for buys, for any sort of buys, I have to see at least a 30-minute or an hourly candle close above 153, 195. Any of the 30-minute hourly candle closing above 153, 195 could be a nice sign, could be a sign for buys. And the range on the top for me, it's from 153, 195 is in about 20 pips. So 20 pips of range. So that's pretty good to scale for a scalping sort of opportunity. Just have to wait and see how this hourly candle finally closes. If this hourly candle closes bearish, I mean, I don't know how buys are looking good for me, right? So I have to kind of chill out If the candle closes bearish, I'm gonna start looking for sells at this point in time. So let's see how the 30-minute candles are performing here. Oh, wow, interesting. If you look into the 30-minute, so 30-minute, look at this. So the previous 30-minute candle actually closed bearish, right? So there was a support, there was a resistance form around this area, and the current 30-minute candle has tapped that 153, 185 level and is rejecting that level at this point in time. So the current 30-minute candle rejecting that level. If this 30-minute candle could finally close bearish inside the channel, I'm going to keep an eye open for a selling sort of opportunity. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. So in today's market, in the Asian session, look at this. The way the Asian session moves. So the Asian session ranged all the way till the London session. And around London session, from here, market dropped pretty heavy. Dropped. And midway through the London session, market corrected itself. So whatever happened in Asia, whatever happened in London, it got corrected in the very next instant. Look at this. It just got corrected. And for now, price is acting near this 153, 195 level. So there is chances, there are chances that the price could eventually reject 153, 195 and start heading down. So for the candles to head down, we need, I need a candle to close below this resistance, this newly formed resistance, and respect the top of the range if the price is in a range, and start breaking the lows, And if candle starts breaking the low and starts heading inside the channel, the range from the inside of the channel is in about 24 pips range. So from 19 to 24 to in about 32 pips of range. So, I mean, my bias for now, I'm trying to be fluid. So it could be a selling bias, which has a stronger confluence for me. I mean, but it can be buys as well. As soon as a 30-minute, 1-hour candle closes above 153, 195, my bias for buys can start playing out. That could be the case. Yep, 15-minute time frame seems as if it's making support. Interesting. So the previous 15-minute candle actually rejected this 153, 195 level, and that is coincidentally the top of the range at this point in time. The top of the range. So the range is from here to here. Interesting. Have to see candles start closing inside this channel. That's what I want to see for sell. For buys, I mean, if any of the 30-minute, 15, at least even a 15-minute, right? So for example, a 15-minute candle closes above this level, there is a chance I may get a, there is a chance I may get a buying sort of a scalping opportunity. So I'm going to keep an eye open. And I also know the fact that today is the last day of the month. So the candles ranging like this side by side kind of does make sense. It's exhausting because it's the end of the month. So we will see. We will see exactly what's happening. All right, so Z Anonymous says, hey, hope you're well. Yes, we are well, and we hope you are well too. So we're going to have a look at the gold too. We're going to have a look at the gold chart. Before that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my terminal, set my alerts. Once price starts heading below this level, this is 153.040 level. If the price starts heading below that level, I will be notified. And that's where I'm going to keep an eye open for a selling sort of opportunity. Until then, I'm just going to stay relaxed with an alert. So just give me a second. And we are all done. Let's see, let's do this, and let's look at gold at the same time and see what gold is doing. All right, let's look at gold at this point in time. Let's go into the 4-hour time frame. All right, look at this. So prices in gold finally started breaking this range. Price in a naked view, if you look into the gold's 4-hour chart, price did fall down so heavy. It kind of made a sense for the price to exhaust sideways. All right, so watch this. All right, so look at this. Look at the way how the candles started falling down in gold. fell all the way down, started ranging side by side, fell all the way down, started ranging side by side, fell all the way down, started ranging side by side. And right now, prices are falling down again, and it's ranging side by side. And we know the fact that this is the end of the month. And what happens usually at the end of the month? Either there's a heavy push, or there is a retracement, or there is exhaustion that we usually see, right? So when we backtest our pairs, we do see that at the end of the month, at the end of the higher time frame, sort of a close, we do see candles exhausting, candles sort of retracing. So we will see what's going to happen in gold, right? So because if you look into the gold from a monthly sort of a view, one more time, if you look into the gold from monthly sort of a view, look at the monthly candle. Look at the current monthly candle. It is actually heavy bearish. It has engulfed the previous monthly candle. It has rejected this level, and the monthly candle in gold also has only one more day. So this is the final day in the monthly candle left for the gold monthly candle to close, right? So we will definitely see how this monthly candle closes. If this monthly candle closes bearish, there is a higher chance that prices can actually continue up because there are clear traffic on the downside. There are clear traffic on the downside. So we will see. We will see. So finally, candles breaking this low could be a sign that, you know what, the trend in gold could be changing, or it could be shifting. So the break of this low could be a sign in gold that that you know what, trend could be bearish. That could be a sign. So if you go into the weekly time frame, look at this. So the current weekly candle is actually below the weekly support, this recent weekly support. And there is a clear traffic on the left-hand side on a weekly sort of a time frame. And the weekly time frame has 2 more days left for its close. That's actually interesting. So when you scale down into the daily time frame, look at this. Look at the way you had the previous daily candle close here. So the previous daily candle closed bearish below this 1763.35 level. So the bias in gold is definitely sell. For me, it's a sell. If this daily candle closes bullish back in the range, this also could be a fake out sort of a maneuver. So this right here, if only this candle closes above 1763.35, that could be a sign that, you know what, prices are going to move up and this is a fake out. But after all, the recent price action in gold has been bearish. So if that is going to happen, we just need to wait for the candles to move in our direction. And what's happening in gold after all? The daily candle is bearish. Daily candle has a decent top wick. Now you just have to scale down into smaller time frame, and the smaller time frame could be a 4-hour time frame. And on a daily time frame, this is the ultimate target. If price is moving down, this could be an ultimate target. And we have to also see the fact that what day is today? Today is Wednesday. So usually around Wednesdays and Thursdays, we do see a lot of volume in the market. Maybe we may achieve this price because it's Wednesday after all. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's go into the 4-hour time frame. Looking at the 4-hour time frame on the left-hand side and the most recent rejection, this level right here gives me another sign, another level, another potential level where price may reject or where price may have some reaction. So that could be an early target for gold as well if gold is falling down. That could be an early target. Now, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, look at this. Look at the way the previous 4-hour candle closed. Previous 4-hour candle closed a proper bearish candle with a proper top wick, a proper bearish body, and a proper bearish lower wick. All right. So for this 4-hour candle to move down, it just has to make a wick first, right? The top wick, which it has done, which it has made already. And if there are chances the prices in gold are going to drop down, this 4-hour candle's movement right now does make sense. So for the prices in gold to push down, we just need to see this 4-hour candle flipping bearish. That's something I can say. Okay, so for example, let's go to the 2-hour time frame. 2-hour time frame, look at this. So the current 2-hour candle has 3 more minutes left for its close, and it's actually, this current 2-hour candle is rejecting that 2-hour resistance right here. Is actually rejecting it. So in the next 3 minutes, if this candle could close bearish or or sort of close with a rejection, maybe the bias of sell is slowly playing out. But until then, you gotta wait. Until then, you gotta wait. The wicks on the downside also fascinates me. I mean, after this 2-hour candle flips bearish, or from the price, from where this 2-hour candle flips bearish, the range on the downside is in about 32 pips of range on the downside. So definitely the bias for now in gold is sell. Let's go into the 1-hour time frame and see what's happening. On a 1-hour time frame, look at this. Price has tapped that 1-hour support. I mean, even if the bias is sort of sell, it's kind of funny to see how the price has actually reacted near this 1-hour sort of a support, right? If that was a low in today's market, price can definitely retest that low. And it also seems as if price has already done some sort of retesting maneuver here, right? So if price is actually going to break this low and is actually going to start heading below till 1746.50, so let's see where is a good chance to take a sell. Let's have a look. Alrighty. Let's see. So the current hourly candle flipping bearish, rejecting the top at this point in time. Looks like 1-hour candle also seems as if it's ranging side by side. And maybe why is it ranging? The answer could be maybe there's less volume in the market at this point in time. Or maybe the answer could be, oh, this is the end of the month. So maybe the candle is exhausting after all. But if the candle has to push down, looking at the higher time frame, it's way consistent. It's way easier to tell that, you know what, candles could actually push down. Look at this. There is a higher chance for the candles to push down than anything else. Looking at gold right now and looking at the most recent price action does make sense. It does make sense. Now let's go to the 30-minute time frame and see what's happening in 30-minute. So 30-minute time frame, clearly 30-minute recent price action, ranging side by side. Look at this, ranging side by side. What about, let's say, let's call this level 154.40. All right, so let's call that level 154.40. Once price starts breaking 150, not 154, 1754. So once price starts breaking 1754, sort of 1754.40 sort of a level, there is a chance price can actually push down. There is a chance. So let's see what's going to happen. Can I see the traffic on the left-hand side? I can see the traffic on the left-hand side. Yep, definitely. Definitely. So the current 30-minute candle rejecting the top with a very long wick at this point in time. And prices in gold seems as if it can actually fall down. Previous hourly candle closed with a dodgy body, but with a very long rejecting wick from the top. And the 2-hour candle also closed with a heavy rejection from the top. So what does that tell us? Does that tell us that there is a chance the price could move down? Yep, there is a chance price could move down. But what is the candle doing right now? So the answer is, right now, the price could be actually grabbing its liquidity before heading down. So the price right now, the current candle, may do something similar like the previous 2-hour candle. Previous 2-hour candle made such a long liquidity, such a large rejecting wick on the top. So more than likely, the current price can also do something similar. So if that's going to happen, it has the bias of buys, has the bias of sell change into bias of buys? Maybe no, maybe not yet, maybe not yet. All right, so have to wait for the candles, for the higher time frame candles to flip in your direction. So maybe potentially 2-hour candle to flip in your direction, and even a 1-hour candle to potentially flip in your direction. Let's go into the 1-hour time frame and see what's happening. All right, so look at this. So before the candles could push down, it may do something similar to the previous 1-hour candles maneuver. So just have to keep an eye open. And obviously, considering the fact that this is the last day of the month, there is no need to force a trade at the very last day of the month. There is no need, and trust me on that. Tariq is saying, hi, team. Hi. Let's see what's going to happen. It's actually funny how gold sometimes moves and interacts with the channel sort of analogy, right? So for example, if I have to draw a channel around this level, let's say this is my roughly drawn channel, right? So let's see how many times price has interacted with the channel, right? It's actually quite interesting, isn't it? So look at the way how the price is interacting with the channel. So for example, if this is the top of the channel, and in relation with the channel, prices have respected the channel, and if the price is willing to move down, it has to respect the top of the channel, isn't it? It kind of makes sense. For the price to move up in gold, it has to break the channel, the top channel. For now, the price is actually respecting that top channel and is still hanging around there. So for the price to move down, what does it need to do? It just needs to reject the top price and starts heading down. And that's what the current 15-minute candle is doing. But this current 15-minute candle is the first few minutes and the first 15 minute out of the hourly candle. We are only in the first few minutes of the hourly candle. And we obviously know this is pre-New York, but we have to keep this in mind that the first 15-minute move of the hourly candle may not give us a consistent direction. That could be a liquidity grab. So have to be careful. Definitely have to be careful. 15-minute ranging side by side from here to here. So this is the beauty about scaling into smaller time frame, right? That way you can clearly see what's happening in the micro sort of a price action. It's actually interesting. For now, the 15-minute time frame has tapped that roughly drawn channel at this point in time. Let's go to the 5-minute. It's actually interesting because gold already moves with such volume. It's actually interesting to see how we can monitor the price in gold in a smaller time frame sort of idea. All right, so let's see. Just give me a second. Let's see if this current 5-minute candle or the next 5-minute candle could eventually break the lows and start heading down. Let's see. It'll be quite interesting. The bias of sell. For the bias of buys, obviously, candle has to start breaking outside the channel on the upside and sort of reject the channel and start heading up. So let's see what's going to happen. Finally, in gold, what is about to happen? Yep. Prices in gold moving up nice and slow. Let's see what's going to happen. If candles could finally close outside the channel, that'll be a good sign. That could be a sign for the candles to move up. There could be a scalping buying opportunity in gold too. I mean, that'll obviously be a counter trend sort of a trade, and that could be an early trade. But if it works out, it does work out, you know. So just keeping an eye open, trying to see how the price is going to react. We are obviously in the first few minutes of the hourly candle, so no rushing, no nothing. All right, so real alone on YouTube says, how can I join your Zoom? So I mean, you guys are on YouTube, so trying to enjoy that for now. I mean, the YouTube is actually accessible. Zoom is limited to some of my Slack friends and close friends. So yep, we will see if we can make the option of Zoom links available to the YouTube guys too. Let's see. We'll see. We will see. Yep. Broke the channel one more time, and it looks like we broke the channel, and we did a retest around 1 minute, and the retest of the channel of the top part of the channel is so apparent. The prices in gold pushing up really hard. Ooh, really hard, man, really hard. Gold is pushing up really hard. It's actually really interesting. I haven't taken any position yet, but looks like on a smallest time frame, 1 minute time frame, it seems like the price is kind of reacting. And Jur says it's a trap. That could be the case. That could be the case. That could be the case. But it's actually interesting how the price action in relation to channel works sometimes, right? So look at the way how the candles moved. This was the first candle that moved and closed above in the most recent price action. And this was the second candle, which actually retested the channel before moving up. So after retesting the channel, it moved almost about 20 pips. 20 pips in the next minute. That could be a fake out. Could be a fake out. That's actually interesting. Something to note down. Something to note down. Whatever we saw just a few minutes before, that's something to note down, to be honest. All right, for now, the current 2-hour candle has broken the previous 2-hour candle's high, and seems like prices are still hanging around this area, still hanging around there. All right, so Enzo says this is a very delicate situation, could still go all the way down, no FOMO. That's correct. That's correct. And Palin says, I'm going to wait until New York open. Low gold moves are erratic. That is correct. And Jur says the 5-minute resistance has been respected since the London session. Yep, that is actually correct. This level has been respected several times. So that is a key idea, to be honest. Price respecting that level several times. If it's actually trying to break that level several times, it may even break it. It will be an early buy, but if the price has to move up, it has to move up from here. You know, it just makes sense. So I haven't taken any position yet, and this is the second 5-minute candle that has closed outside the channel. Sorry, not second. The first 5-minute candle after a long time. So after some time, this is the most recent 5-minute candle that has closed outside the channel. Now, for the next 5-minute candle to push up, it has to sort of respect this channel and start moving up, or reject this channel with its wick and start moving up. So we will see. Monitoring gold's price action with 1 minute and 5 minutes. It's actually quite absurd. If you share this idea with some of the traders out there, they're gonna say they're gonna tell you that, oh man, what are you saying? 1 minute and 5 minutes? It's just crazy, but it kind of makes sense sometimes. It does kind of make sense sometimes. So prices in gold moving up nice and slow. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. $14. Let's see. Z Anonymous says, what about the 1 minute candle not having low wick? Doesn't that show that bears are not active? I mean, that could be the case. That could be the case, but at the same time, 1 minute trading on 1 minute is actually a I would say a very explosive idea. You know, you have to be really quick in maneuvering with 1 minute's price action. So Z Anonymous, you cannot just look into one candle in one time frame and say, oh, this is my trade, I buy because the 1 minute candle is bullish. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You have to sort of relate what's happening around you. You have to sort of equate the important levels from different sessions. For example, as Palin, oh no, not Palin, sorry, Jur pointed out how the 5 minute sort of a resistance was respected since the London session. That is something to keep in mind. Price is still around that level. For the price to move up, it has to kind of break this resistance, previously respected level, and then start moving up if it's moving up. And again, at the same time, it's an early buys. So do you want to actually call out an early trade? Maybe no. Right? Maybe no. You just want to be part of the juicy move. You don't need to be a hero calling out an early trade, right? All right, Z Anonymous is just talking about the effects. I mean, that could be the case, Z Anonymous, but at the same time, you have to look into the higher time frame build up. For example, 1 minute alone doesn't tell you anything, right? So 1 minute's wick on the bottom, no wick on the top, may tell you some information, but you have to sort of see maybe a 5 minute. So when you look at the 5 minute, look at this. Look at the way you had the previous 5 minute candle close. This was the first 5 minute after a long time that closed above with a decent wick on the top. And if that's a wick as a further path for the next candle to fill, that's what this candle is doing. It's actually kind of feeling that wick, right? So the bullish pressure may be on at this point in time. The bullish pressure in the market could be on. So just gotta wait a little bit more. All right, so the 15-minute candle is also trying to break out of this range. Let's see what's going to happen in gold here. Pretty interesting. Pound yen. Still hanging around there. Previous hourly candle closed with the dodgy body below 153, 195. Prices are pushing up nice and slow. So let's see what's going to happen. I haven't taken any position yet. 30-minute time frame. I mean, kind of making support, but my overall bias in pound yen is a sell. We have 1 15-minute candle closing above 153, 195. Maybe the price is pushing up, but I'm not going to take a trade here because I'm not feeling very comfortable with buys. I'm not feeling comfortable with buys. Let's see what's going to happen. First few minutes in the hourly time frame. One of the smallest time frame in any instruments. 1 minute and 5 minutes, slowly pushing up. This is the first 15-minute at this point in time that has closed outside the channel. So the next 15-minute candle could eventually tap this channel and start heading up, if that is the case in gold. So we'd love to see if there's any relation with this channel, sort of a reaction. So that'll be interesting. And we have finally hit that 380 subscribers in YouTube. So pretty cool. Thank you guys for the love and support. You know, we definitely hit that 380 subscribers. Started from 0, and in no time hit that 380 subscribers is actually something special for me, especially. It's actually pretty cool. Actually pretty cool. Yeah, there is less volume in pound yen, in gold, really less volume. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna play some music here. So that we can chill at the same time. Yep, gold is pushing up nice and slow. Looks like the wick on the left-hand side, this wick could be filled. I haven't taken any position yet, but seems very apparent for this wick to be filled. I mean, there is clear traffic on the left-hand side too for the candles to push up, if it's actually pushing up. So we'll see. Let's look at pound USD at the same time and see what's happening in pound USD. Pound is pushing up pretty hard. Wow. So pound is pushing up pretty hard. Interesting. All right, so the guys in the YouTube are saying, yo, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Pound AUD is also pushing up at this point in time. Pound AUD pushing up. So in pound AUD, this is a recent target on an hourly sort of a time frame. And if this is a recently broken 1 hour resistance, let's just adjust it a little bit more. So if this is a recently broken hourly resistance, and if there's clear range on the left hand side from this flip of this current hourly candle, from the flip of this hourly candle, there is in about 35 pips of range in pound AUD. So I'm going to keep an eye open in pound AUD as well, because pound AUD is one of the instruments I actually look into. So it kind of makes sense for me to scale into pound AUD's buying sort of a scenario. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. 4 hour doesn't look good. Let's look at daily on pound AUD. Pound AUD daily candle, bullishing pretty hard at this point in time, near this resistance. So very close to this resistance at this point in time, pound AUD. So what is it going to do? Is it actually going to reject that level, or is it actually going to break that level and is actually going to start heading up? What's going to happen on pound AUD daily sort of a structure? Interesting. On an hourly time frame, it's pretty clear, but the higher time frame doesn't look good, to be honest. Yeah, man, I'm gonna stay out of pound AUD. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for now. Hourly candle does look good, but the higher time frame, obviously, there are key weekly and daily levels over there. So, do I really want to take a trade near weekly and daily sort of a key levels? Maybe no. The answer is no. For now, gold is bullishing up pretty hard. Looking at the most recent price action from a 1 minute sort of a time frame is actually very interesting. This candle closed above this candle, retested the channel before heading up, and from the reaction close to this channel, we moved all the way up in about 23 pips already. I haven't taken a trade, but man, it is what it is. Sometimes gold moves up and moves down and gives you this opportunity, but it's hard to scale because your higher time frame bias is a different bias. And there is no necessity to actually force a trade, right? So you don't need to force a trade. Absolutely don't need to force a trade. So just need to relax a little bit more and see a quality trade. But this was the trade right here. That was the trade in gold. Whoever took it, whoever understood it, whoever understood what was happening around, man, definitely if you secure it, it'll be pretty good. And this is one of the trades which actually moves 30 to 40 pips. This is actually this trade was discussed in one of our early June trades. Gold did move in a similar fashion. Obviously, we didn't take it, but yeah. So today we didn't take it, but this was a trade we saw happening previously. And interesting. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Our pound yen moving up nice and slow here. If you look at the GJ has a better buying opportunity than gold. It does make sense. Yep, GJ does have better buying opportunity looking at the ranges, but yeah, I don't know. I'm still waiting for the price to kind of close below 153, 195. Still waiting. I mean, if somebody can work out buys here, it's pretty nice, pretty good. But if you look into the 4-hour time frame, it's kind of strange, right? It's kind of strange because my bias in pound yen is still a selling sort of a bias. Looking at the smaller time frame, obviously price is pushing up. There's no doubt the price is pushing up, but my overall bias or what I really want to take in the market is a sell. So I'm still waiting for the candles to flip in my direction. Our Motsu has is sending a chart about potential 150 pips. Is that 150 pips or is that a 15 pips Motsu? Let's just have a look at it. Also, he's looking into descending wedge sort of a channel. He is also looking into bearish flag. Okay, support resistance. So on the buy, on the break of the high. I mean, yeah, you have to be careful. You have to be careful buying near a resistance, especially when there is a higher time frame level, right? So you have to be careful. These levels on the top are not only a smaller time frame levels, but if you look into the daily time frame, for example, look at this. Not daily time frame. Sorry. If you actually look into the 4-hour time frame, even if the current daily candle is bullish, these levels are actually important. These levels are actually important. These are previously broken levels, which the price can easily retest before heading to its original direction. For now, it's not very clear of price to show me any consistent direction. If price has to move up, prices have to start closing above this resistance. This 4-hour candle first has to close above this resistance. Then my buying bias will start. For now, my bias hasn't changed, and the bias is still sell in pound AUD. Somebody else might disagree with it, but I am still waiting for my bias to play out. If it means that I'm gonna miss buying opportunities today, I mean, that's okay. That is, to be honest, is actually okay. So I'm gonna wait a little bit more. I'm gonna wait a little bit more. Little bit more. Yeah, from this 153 to 45 sort of a price on the upside, it's in about 17 pips of range. So the clear range on the upside is 17 pips. Maybe the market's also going to give you more, but for me, I have to wait. I have to wait. Have to wait. All right, so we are in about 32 minutes away from the market open at this point in time. So Tech Jarris says, so if it gives you beautiful buying setup, you are going to ignore it on YouTube. I mean, yeah, I can. I can surely ignore it, but I have to agree to myself before I take anything. I have to be confident, because I know I'm only going to take trades which are looking beautiful, which makes sense for me, and I can easily, comfortably capitalize off of it. For me, this buy will only be a counter trend sort of a trade. For me, for me. I mean, the buys can play out easily. I mean, because we have broken 153, 195. Prices are still hanging around there. On the break of the highs, the candles could move up, but I am still going to wait. I'm still going to wait. Yep, because I want to see a downside here. Let's see what's going to happen. Now, looking into the 15-minute candle is so easy to tell. Look at this. This is the first 15-minute candle that has closed above 153, 195, and the current 15-minute candle is actually retracing down. So if the candles could eventually close below 153, 195, maybe the bias of sell will play out. Oh, look at the way. Look at the way how the 15-minute candle closed right around this level, 153, 195 level. So if the prices could actually push down below this wick, there is a chance prices could continue down. Let's see what's going to happen in the next few minutes. So the 30-minute candle closed bullish around that 153, 195 level. Maybe there is enough volume in the price to give you guys 10, 12, even 20 sort of a pips. So we will see. Yep, and looks like prices in pound yen pushing up. Pushing up. Yeah, I mean, there is chance that on an hourly time frame, the range looks beautiful. So if you could scale into that range, I mean, that'd be nice. But I am not in any sort of trade. I am not in any sort of trade. For now, gold on an hourly time frame for me is ranging side by side. So the super scalping opportunity before on a smaller time frame was red. We didn't take it. I didn't take it because I didn't feel comfortable. And yeah. So for now, the market is retracing pretty hard here. Gold market retracing pretty hard. We will see. We will see. And looks like gold is retracing pretty hard. We are 28 minutes before the market open. Oh, so what are we looking at? Come on, man. What is this feature for? Why would people need that? Why would people need this feature? Crazy feature. It says hide. So if you hide things, what do you read? All right, so the gold price retracing pretty hard. Let's see. Let's see what's happening here. Yep, take Jarrett's gold does move fast. It does move really fast, really fast. True. Complication. I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man. And pound JPY moving up nice and slow. Looks like the prices in pound yen are going to push up here. Looks like it. So, moving up. Yeah, so the hourly candle does look nice to push up. I mean, sometimes in the market, you do see opportunities, but you cannot take it, right? Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So Tech Jarrah says, hey, Peeling Mindset, where do you live in Australia? In Sydney. Sydney, Australia. But yeah, man, you cannot just capitalize on every move in the market. See, that's the thing. You have to kind of define yourself, your ideal setup, and you have to be comfortable missing trades. And I am comfortable missing this buy. I mean, whoever took it, and whoever is in profits at this point in time, the best thing to do will be to manage your risk. So if you can manage your risk, congratulations. You guys are on the positive side. Just manage your risk, secure profit, and that's it. That's the end of the story. Seven minutes left for this 15-minute candle to close. And one more time, we have done this final retest around the channel. Look at the magical channel and look at the retest. Interesting. Pretty interesting, to be honest. Pretty interesting. So did a retest near about the channel, and the price is heading up one more time. Kind of funny. Kind of funny. Bum, 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 bum. All right, Palin says take profit target is 153,359. Yeah, the prices could move all the way up to 153,400 possibly, but if you manage to secure something out of the market, at least that's what sets the difference between you and the rest of the 90% losers. So if you secure something out of the market and you fill your bag with something, at least that's about it. That is definitely about it. At this point in time, I'm not in any sort of trade. Bum bum, bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. Yeah. Papa. Let's see what's gonna happen in the next 18 minutes. So in the next 18 minutes, it's not only going to be the close of the hourly candle, but it's also going to be the open of the New York market. So maybe that's gonna push the market somewhere. Keeping my eyes open for potential opportunities. Until then, just staying relaxed with the music, because obviously yesterday was a really profitable day for me. GJ paid me a lot, to be honest, a lot. So we'll see. We will see. All right, so Shiv Shivsray Pov. Shivsray Pov says, what do you think about gold right now? I mean, gold. Let's look at gold. So if you look into the gold from an hourly sort of a time frame, on an hourly sort of a perspective, it's pretty clear. Price is ranging side by side, right? So for the candles to move down, I was trying to see if candles could eventually move down, but the candles are retracing up pretty hard, right? So for example, if candles have to move down, it has to break the lows and start moving down, break the lows, start moving down. Obviously, price is moving pretty heavy bullish. It's kind of moving pretty heavy bullish. So if any of the hourly 30-minute candle finally closes above this resistance, there is a higher chance in gold that the clear range on the left-hand side could be filled. There is a chance. There is a chance. Until then, I'm still waiting, you know. Obviously, on a 1 minute sort of a time frame, the entries were discussed. We didn't take it because it didn't feel comfortable. But that 1 minute sort of analogy, 5 minutes sort of analogy in relation to the channel did work. So this is something to take away, right? So for example, if you miss this entry in gold on a 1 minute sort of a time frame in relation to channel, this retest on the channel after this candle breaking above, closing above, was one of the chances. So that's something to keep in mind. That's something to keep in mind. All right, Jure says ADP non-farm employment change at 10:15 EST. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
No worries. No worries at all. All right, so look at this. So the candles, look at the way how the candles moved, right? So for example, I was actually talking about this. So this retest is something to note down. It's actually interesting how we can note down price action in such a volatile pair like gold, looking at just the 1 minute, right? So very interesting. This retest was the proper sign for the price to move up. If there was chances for the price to move up, look at the way it retested, and after the retest, it just moved up in about 28 pips. So if somebody managed to take that position, as we discussed it, 10, 12 pips out of that entry was perfect. You know, we obviously didn't take it, but yeah. And this is the second likely retest that the price is doing near about this channel, and the price is moving up. After tapping that channel one more time, the price has moved up in about 27 and 28, and it's just moving. Wow. Wowie kawaii. Wow, man! Look at the way it had the previous 15-minute candle close. It retested the channel. Is bullishing up pretty hard. So definitely is going to be a view in the next I would say 30 minutes. In the next 30 minutes, we're going to see how this news is actually going to impact the gold market. I think Motsub's position on pound yen did work out, man. Pretty good, Motsub. I hope you secured. I hope you secured. Yeah, pushing up pretty hard. Tater Tot says, "How is the lockdown in Sydney, man? Pretty bad, pretty bad." So the premier in our state, she is pretty explosive. So when she thinks it's going to be locked down, so the lockdown is going to happen in the next 12 hours, even in the next 6 hours. If she says that, you know what, in the next 12 hours there's going to be lockdown in the whole Sydney, there's going to be lockdown, man, massive lockdown. And police officials deployed. You know, you cannot really do funny things outside, and you should be either exercising or only out for reasonable reasons. So if you're out for just nothing, if you're just sitting outside in a public chair, the police are gonna give you a fine, man. $200, $400 fine. It's a pretty hardcore. And Tater Tot says, now you can't buy toilet paper. That's right. That's right. That's correct. But man, I don't understand. why are people panic buying toilet papers, right? There's so much of water left. So why don't they wash their ass with water, man? Come on. Don't they clean their asshole when they're bathing? Come on, man. Just be sensible, right? So I mean, people storing, foods, canned foods, pasta, rice, and all those food supplies does make sense. But toilet paper, people are fighting over toilet paper. To be honest, in Australia, not kidding. I don't know about people outside, but in Australia, people were fighting for toilet papers, man. People were buying toilet papers in the black market. Can you believe me? In the first lockdown wave, that's what happened. So they gotta learn how to use the water, man, to clean that. Come on. I know, pretty funny. It's actually funny when I see news about people fighting about toilet papers in the supermarket. It's just funny. It's just funny, funny, funny. All right. So Motab is saying water is the best. He's correct. That is correct. Motab, that is correct. Water is the best. we gotta pass this message to the Westerners here. We gotta pass this message to the Westerners somehow, who are fighting for toilet papers. I think next time during the hardcore fight, we gotta get out there with the banners saying, you know what? Oh, use the water, man. Water's the best, and so something like that. All right. And Nikesh here says, one of my friend carries a jar of water in his bag, even in Australia. That's correct. That is correct. All right. Alion Rahorjo says, if I said it correctly, obviously I'm too bad with the names, but yeah, if Alion Raharjo is the right name I'm saying, he says, where do you live, Anuj? So I live in Sydney, Australia. Sydney, Australia, right at this point in time. Sydney, Australia. All right. Nikeshi is saying, you know who he is. I think I know who you mean. I think I know who you mean, Nikesh. I think I know. All right, so the current hourly candle coming to a close in the next 8 minutes. So for example, if this hourly candle actually stays below 153, 195, there are chances prices could move down. But if this hourly candle closes above 153, 195, the chances of buys can still work out. I mean, I'm not in any sort of trade yet, but I'm just here enjoying the price action, reading the market, right? And I'm still waiting to see if any of the higher time frame candles, 1 hour, 2 hour candles could eventually close below this significant level right here. All right, so we do have a lot of new friends in our Zoom. I obviously know some of my friends in the Zoom, and I do know where they live. Some of the guys are from the Spanish island. Some of the guys are from Philippines, from Thailand here. And where are the new guys from? I would love to know where are you guys from? Where are you from, Eliong? It's the first time seeing you here. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? So where are you guys from? Surabaya, Indonesia. Marcelo Calderoni is from Mexico. Por favor, señor. I love Mexican people, man. I love Mexican people. Honestly. Such an amazing food. Such an amazing food. You guys have the best food.
What do you think about DJ?
Oh, I think, GJ is doing what he's doing, so I don't know, man. Gotta see in the next 6 minutes. Gotta see in the next 6 minutes what's gonna happen. So we will see. We will see. Ooh, look at this. That is yummy. Anyways, some of the guys are going to curse me now because I'm putting up photos of this beautiful food. They're going to curse me. They're going to curse. They're actually going to curse. They're going to be like, oh, man, I am hungry. Ooh, Kevin is in the house. Mr. Kevin is in the house. Mr. Kevin is in the house. How do you say beautiful in Mexican? Ooh, it's showing me photos. Ooh, okay. How do you say it? Masculine. Oh, hermoso. And how do you say ugly in Mexican? Fail. Oh, they have two different word for feminine and masculine sort of a composition or representation. So that's pretty cool, huh? Fail. For now, the market is looking pretty fail. That's what it's looking like. It's looking ugly. It's looking fail. Man, I haven't seen Hermoso, so we will see. We will see. We will see if the market's going to be any Hermoso for me, or it's actually going to be fail. Yep. And the current hourly candle has 3 more minutes left for its close, and looks like the market open can actually push pound yen on the upside, because the market is still showing some bullish posture here. I am not in any sort of trade today. Looks like it's only going to be a character building day for me today, and it's fine at the end of the day, because I know I've been through this already, and I do accept the fact that not every day is a clicking button day. Sometimes it's just experiencing the market the market in a wholesome sort of a way where you just stay still and calm, and that's it. And neither are you taking something away from the market, neither is the market taking away something from you. So you are on your own pace. So let's see what's going to happen in the next 3 minutes. Are the candles in pound yen going to close below 153, 195? Or what's going to happen? Interesting. Hourly candle. Let's look at pound USD. Pound USD also very in a very similar situation like like pound JPY. Very similar situation. Pound AUD. There is clear range on the pound AUD hourly candles. Sort of a structure on the higher time frame. It is obviously another fail sort of a situation. And if you don't know what fail is ugly. That's right. Alrighty. Looks like pound yen is moving up nice and slow. Look at the way how the 15-minute candle is printing here. So the candles eventually close successfully above 153, 195, right? Pretty successfully. And the price right now, so the current 15-minute candle is above that 15-minute resistance. And the range on the upside from the current price is in about 13 pips. And looks like the price can actually move up. Look at the way the 15-minute candle actually formed. Look at the wick on the downside. There could be a higher chance for the price to move up than anything at this point in time. Just looking at the most recent price action. So let's see what's going to happen in the next 1 minute. We're going to see the market open. So keeping eyes open. Let's see. And this is the market open time here. In the next 15 minutes, we will obviously see that US sort of a ADP news event, and we will see if something's going to happen. All right, for now, the previous hourly candle successfully closed above 153, 195 level. This current hourly candle retracing, which kind of makes sense for this hourly candle to move up at the in its first few minutes. It should move in an opposite direction for the sake of liquidity grab, potentially. And if the liquidity grab could be successful, the prices could move up. The prices could move up. Alrighty. Let's see what's going to happen. For now, the price in pound yen retracing pretty hard. This is the first few minutes in the hourly candle. If anybody did work at the buys, I mean, you must have secured something at least. That's all I can say. You must have secured at least something. if the prices starts closing below this significant level, the chances for sales could be alive. It could come into play. So just be careful at that point of time. Just be careful. All right, so Tech Jairus here on YouTube says, what's your thought on AUD Man, you got to send me a chart. If you send me a chart, I can definitely have a look at that. And I can definitely look and see what you're thinking, and I can give my views. Right? So if you send me your chart, and if you can send me your views, I can definitely share some of my feedbacks. So me telling you what's exactly happening in the pair is not going to help you grow. It's the ideas about the stream is also to actually give feedbacks and allow new beginner traders who come into the YouTube channel actually learn something, right? So for now, look at this. Look at the 15-minute candle. So the current 15-minute candle is actually is below 153, 195. Is this candle grabbing its liquidity before moving up, or the candles are dying in volume on the upside? Because if you look at the candle's body size in relation to volume, the volume seems like it's dying on the upside. So if the volume on the upside is dying, where is the candle going to go next? Maybe to the downside. So gotta be careful, man. Gotta be careful. Just manage your trade, because this is the first few minutes of the New York market. And in the next 10 minutes, we will see the ADP sort of a effect as well. So that is interesting. All right. And price is retracing pretty hard below 153, 195 at this point in time. Ooh. And it looks like price is rejecting that level pretty hard. Pretty hard. If the hourly candle breaks the previous hourly candle's low, the chances for buys are getting lower and lower. So if the hourly candle finally breaks the previous hourly candle's low, prices could slowly move down. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, Zet Anonymous says, could that be same for gold? Is the buying pressure dying in gold? I mean, gold is too volatile, and as I've said already, for my clear bias of buys, candles candles have to stop breaking 1763.71. Until then, the price is just ranging side by side. For me, the price is ranging side by side. So do I want to be part of this ranging price action? And the answer could be no. So maybe no. I don't know. I don't know what the market is doing. So got to wait for the ADP. If the prices are going to push down below 1754.40, I'm going to keep an eye open below that level. A selling opportunity below this level, a buying opportunity above this level. So that's all. Alrighty. So look at the way. Look at the way how the current hourly candle is forming. The hourly candle in its first few minutes, trying to engulf the previous hourly candle, almost engulfing, right? So if this hourly candle finally engulfs the the previous hourly candle, the break above 153, 195 could be a fake out. If this hourly candle finally engulfs this hourly candle, there is a chance this could be fake out and the prices could push down. So I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. All right, so Tech Jarvis has sent a chart. So pretty good. So he's the first guy today who has sent me a chart. So Motsub did send me a chart, but he sent me a chart on Zoom. So on YouTube, Tech Jarvis is the guy. Mr. Tech Jarvis is the guy. Let's see if I can actually have a look at this chart. Yep, pound AUD. Oh man, you have to be careful around this 4-hour support. Because if you're actually trying to sell, this does make sense. It does make sense. Take Jarvis. I know what you're looking for. You're looking for the break of the low because the 4-hour candle does make sense. But at the same time, you got to be careful because that's a 4-hour support that you're trying to sell to. So do you want to be part of that? The question is that. Maybe if you once you're in some kind of profit, you have to see if you can secure. If you're in some kind of profit, start thinking about how you can secure. So look at the way how the current hourly candle is retracing. It's retracing pretty hard, almost engulfing the previous hourly candle. So eventually, if candles could close bearish below this level, and also inside the channel, the prices can continue down slowly. So that is my bias for now. My bias hasn't changed. So let's see what's going to happen. 30-minute candle has successfully engulfed the previous 30-minute candle, and the 30-minute candle is going to close in the next 20 minutes. If the 30-minute candle closes bearish, there is a higher chance for the price to continue down. Ooh, look at this. Look at the way the candles are moving, man. I think it's going to push down here. Pound JPY pushing down pretty hard. Pretty hard, to be honest. Yep, looks like it's going to push down even harder. So Tech Jarvis on YouTube says it has 22 pips if it breaks the low, right? I mean, that's correct. But it says, don't you think it's going to reach to the support level? So what you're telling me is, you're telling me, I don't know exactly what you're telling me, right? So what I perceive from your question is that, you know what, you're telling me you're gonna take a position on the break of the low and you're gonna hold it all the way down. Is that what you're saying? If that's what you're saying to me that your trade is going to give you 100% out of the range. If you're saying that, I mean, that idea itself could be invalid. So you never want to, for example, hold an idea saying that, you know what, I'm going to get 100% out of the range. If the range is 27 pips, I'm going to get at least 27 pips. That doesn't make sense. You have to be happy if it's a 27 pips range, you have to be happy with even 8 pips sometimes, or 8 to 10 pips. So once you start securing around 8 to 10 pips, then you are good to go. Then you just let the runner run, and you just let the runner do the dirty job. That's all you do. So if that answer helped you, I mean, that's it. That's just my thought process. And the prices in pound AUD moving down nice and slow. Looks like this is a fake out on the top here. Looks like it. And the 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 3 minutes. If this 15-minute candle closes bearish below 153, 195, there is a higher chance prices can continue all the way down. There is actual higher chance. I'm keeping it. Oh, it's moving down, man. It's actually moving down. I'm willing to take positions below this support. Let's see what's going to happen. Pound JPY moving down nice and slow. I'm not in any sort of position yet, but it looks like there is a potential fake out on the top. So if this is a potential fake out, so the current hourly candle has successfully engulfed previous hourly candle at this point in time. So we just need to maintain a bearish posture. That way we can start pushing down. Ooh, look at this, man. Pound yen is pushing down. Pound yen is pushing down. In the next 3 minutes, we will see the ADP news. Maybe that's going to bring in some sort of volatility in the pound yen pair as well. There could be shock effects. So I'm going to wait for another 3 more minutes, and then only think about taking a trade once there is a lot of volume. Let's see. Wow, pound yen is pushing down, man. Beautiful. The bias of sell hasn't changed yet. The bias is still sell. And it looks like we're going to push down here. So what I'm going to do is, dun, dun, dun. I haven't taken a position, but I'm starting to place my pendings. So if the market's going to fall, man, I'm not going to miss. I am not going to miss on this trade because I know. Honestly, actually, I'm going to wait for another 1 minute. So in the next 1 minute, I'm going to decide if I'm going to start placing pendings below this support area, because I believe that there's a fake out on the top. And if there's a fake out on the top, so the price should push down. So I'm only willing to take positions below this support. Let's see what's going to happen in the next 1 minute. And I am going to start placing my pendings. Let's see. And this is the news time, and the spreads in gold pushing to even 3 pips. 3 pips. 3 pips, 4 pips, and all right. So this is where I placed my pending, somewhere around here. My pending is around here, anticipating the price to push even lower. Stop loss around 13 or 14 pips above. So let's see what's going to happen. Am I going to get a push down? More than likely. Ooh, I'm pushing down nice and slow. Pushing down nice and slow. Ooh, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, gold is doing its dances. Interesting. Crazy-o. Let's see.
Yeah.
All right, so my pending is still around there. So my pending is around here, 153.35 sort of a level. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so Tech Jarvis has sent a chart, another chart. So Tech Jarvis gets another point. Mr. Tech Jarvis gets another point. Are you okay, Babu? All right, so all right, so he says he took an entry around here and he is in a drawdown. Okay, so maybe you should have waited for this 15-minute candle to make its high before taking an entry. That's what I would say. So simply looking at the chart right now, watch this. What can you see? You can clearly see that this was a potential 15-minute support. And after, for example, after this 15-minute candle, for example, after this 15-minute candle closed bearish below the support, you had to wait for the next candle to make its top wick or reject this range. For example, look at this. If this is a potential range right here, let me draw it for you. If this is a potential range, this is the first candle. Let me draw it clearly. So this, dun, 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 just give me a second. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so watch this. If this is the range in a 15-minute price action, this candle is the first candle that closed below that support. So what does that tell you? That tells you that, you know what? You have to wait for the next candle to sort of reject the channel with its wick, sort of wick in this range, and start flipping bearish. That's the point you take sell. For me, that is the best idea to take a sell. I cannot just take an impulsive trade saying that, you know what, it's going to work. Maybe no. You have to keep things in mind such as market open. Market open can often cause price to wick up and down in a haphazard sort of a movement. So do you really want to be part of that? Maybe no. So let the market settle down a little bit and let the candles reject this range. Then only you take an entry in pound AUD, USD, Aussie dollar USD, and so and so. If I was to take this entry, I would take an entry on the break of the low. Sometimes an impulsive trade do work. But again, at the same time, what we have to know that, you know what, impulsive ideas are advanced ideas and often goes in drawdown. So for an impulsive idea to work, you have to back test. You have to practice taking impulsive trade for some time. You also have to keep this factor in the back of the head that, you know what, maybe the impulsive trade on the break of the low, it could go wrong. And you also took a trade at the low, so it doesn't make sense, man. You had to take an impulsive entry below the low. I don't know why you took an entry around the wicks. I wouldn't take an entry around the wicks. Maybe after the break of the low, it does make sense for an impulsive entry. So you still need to practice more. That's all I can say. Okay. Let's see. For now, the previous 15-minute candle actually closed bearish below 153.195. That was the first 15-minute candle out of the hourly candle, and we are in about 20 minutes away from that news event. Maybe the volatility is dying slowly, and when the volatility dies, all we will be left with is a lot of volume. And if there's potential volume in the market, pound yen could actually push down. If it's actually willing to push down, pound yen has to first break the previous 15-minute candle's low and then start closing inside this channel, and then we can continue down. So that's what I'm anticipating. So if there's no push coming right now, more than likely the next push is going to happen around the NYSE time. And we have to ask the question, when is the NYSE happening? In about an hour and 10 minutes, you will see NYSE volume. So just stay calm. Ooh, gold is pushing down. I just hit my alert. So is the news any good? Oh, the news is good. So they say US economy is doing good. Okay, interesting. So the gold prices should actually push down, isn't it? It makes sense to push down. Let's see. Yep, looks like gold is pushing down, man. Looks like gold is finally pushing down. Ooh. Yep. Looks like it. Yep, for now, the pound yen is actually rejecting the bottom. Look at the way how the 30-minute candle is forming. It's actually rejecting the bottom with its wick. Is the price in pound yen moving up or down? Interesting. I haven't taken any entry yet. My pending is still below this 15-minute support. My pending's around here. Let's see what's going to happen. Is the fake out actually happening on the top? We will know in the next 4 minutes if that was a fake out or a liquidity grab before the candles could push up. We will see. Okay, for now the 30-minute candle is actually trying to reject the bottom, trying to flip bullish here. My bias of sell was kept same, but now right now price is moving up. So what do I do? What do I do? I don't do anything. I don't do anything. I just stay calm. That's all I do. I'm not gonna feel FOMO and take another entry here. It doesn't make sense, right? So have to stay still and calm until I see my ideal setup. And looks like gold is pushing down nice and slow here. Looks like gold is pushing nice and slow. baby. Uh, 30-minute candle in pound yen closing in the next 1 minute. All right, Z Anonymous says, can it be a freak out? No, there's no such thing as freak out. It's a fake out. It's a term used in our community, in our group. So fake out is when candles close in an opposite direction, and after some while, candle moves in the real direction. So for example, this candle, this 30-minute candle was the first candle that closed above 153, 195 successfully, and this candle just corrected it in the next instant. So that is a fake out. FAK. Oh. So this is how you write fake out. Dun, dun, dun. Fake out. Fake out. Yep, gold is pushing down pretty nice and slow. Yeah, I mean, gold could be doing a fake out on the top too. It seems like it. I mean, gold is pushing because of the ADP news, obviously, and it makes sense for the gold to push down. I was waiting for sales in gold for a long time, right? So for now, the 4-hour candle makes so much sense to push down. Look at the 4-hour candles. 4-hour candles make so much sense to push down. So eventually, candles have been flipping in its direction. I mean, I'm not in any sort of position because I'm not comfortable looking at anything right now. So, have to see. It looks like gold is pushing down really nice. To be honest, gold is pushing down really nice. Our previous 30-minute candle close around this level one more time in pound AUD, pound JPY. Prices have been bullishing up, rejecting the bottom. So let's see what's going to happen. Gold at this point in time dropping pretty heavy. So we actually broke inside the channel, and this 30-minute candle also did a retest on the top of the channel before moving down. So I'm keeping my eyes open for a selling sort of situation here. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Ooh, it's dropping, man. It's actually dropping. Ooh. We are 30 minutes in the market and gold is dropping. Man. Man, oh man. Gold is dropping. But you know what? I'm gonna stay calm, man. Cause I know that this is the end of the month. And do I really wanna do I really wanna ruin my profitability? Man, I am all good for this month, to be honest. I've also done my withdrawal and stuff, and my balance is looking pretty good, still in profits. So I'm gonna take it easy, to be honest. I'm gonna take it easy. There's no rush. I know gold can fall even lower. Gold has higher potential to fall even lower, but I am going to stay calm and patient. All right, so Palin says, hey, Anuj, is the price of gold measured by the ounce of gold? How did they come up with the price on gold in Forex? So as much as I remember, the standard of gold obviously could be measured in some of the countries. It's measured in ounces, obviously, but in Forex the standard is it's measured in US dollars. So usually traders say, oh, this much of dollars, so gold has moved this much of dollar today, just like we say pips in other instruments. For example, in pound, let's say pound JPY, we say, oh, price has moved this much of pips in Forex, in our liquidity feed today. But in gold, traders also say, oh, look at this, man, gold has moved $2 today, or gold has moved $4 today. So that could be the idea about gold, because gold is hedged against the US dollar. See, so the unit could be in about dollar. It could be measured like that too. And Tech Jarrus says, peeling mindset. So on AUDUSD, if 15-minute candle break its own low, second entry will be valid. Or let's see. Let's have a look. Yeah, man, I think you have missed the entry already. I think you've missed the entry. Tech Jarrus, I think you've missed the entry, my brother. You have missed the entry. So once, look at the idea that we discussed before, right? So I discussed that, you know what, this is a potential range, and this is a potential support area, right? So once price, this first candle, this was the first candle, right? So for example, let me draw it properly. So this was the first candle that closed outside that range. So you had to wait for the next candle to sort of reject that range with its wick. So what happened? It did reject that range. So on the break of low, at that point in time, could have been a possible entry. But your stop loss would be really big, because your stop loss would be somewhere around here. So an entry around here, oh, sorry, hold on. An entry around here with a stop loss, I mean, above the previous candle's high, anticipating the price to move down with volume, that could have been your proper entries. But for now, you missed it. You missed it. I don't know if you can work it out. If you can work the trade out, I mean, it's good for you. But for me, I have missed this trade already. An entry around here would be good. Or even an entry around a flip of this candle. For example, on the flip of that candle could have been the entry. Because at that point in time, there was no business in candle rejecting the range and going back in the range, right? So maybe that could have been an advanced trade too on the flip of this candle. So when the candle started flipping bearish, an entry somewhere around here, anticipating the price to move down. I am not in any sort of position. Gold fell down pretty hard. Right now, retracing. I am still waiting for pound AUD. In the next hour, we will see NYSE push. And that's just about it here. All right, Jackie M says it's a no trade day for me on YouTube. Yeah, it looks like it. I think it's going to be a no trade day for me too. So this is my take on gold, right? So look at this. If you actually go into 5 minute time frame, look at the way how the ADP news actually pushed the prices down, right? So it kind of makes sense in my head that for NYSE market, maybe the market is retracing up because the market after the news is actually meant to push down. It hasn't pushed down. Why? The question is why. If it's pushing down, it's retracing up. It kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense because maybe the NYSE market wants its premium price. So that's my take on gold. If gold is going to push down even lower, because I'm waiting for sales below 1754, 40 sort of a level, and if the NYSE volume could potentially push the price even lower, that's something I'm going to keep my eyes open for. So let's see what's going to happen. But so far, Wednesday has been a no trade day for me. No trade day. Vic is saying, Anuj, do you not plan for buys and sell during your trading session? I do. I do plan. I do 100%. And we talked about buys and sell sort of a plan already, right? Obviously, I didn't take it because some of the ideas didn't look comfortable. Obviously, the ideas were discussed. Whoever took it, man, that was pretty good. So all of our sessions, we do talk about our ideas of buys and sells. When the market seems very apparent for only one direction, we look for that bias. When market gives us both of the opportunities to be fluid, I mean, yeah, the ideas for buys and sell are there. We always discuss about it. Always discuss about it. So the hourly candle right now is flipping bullish, is rejecting the bottom price, has 15 more minutes left for its close. Looks like it's actually going to flip bullish. My pending is still there. So my sell stop below the 15-minute support is still there. So let's see if there's actually going to be any push down. I mean my bias, if it's wrong, there's no trade for me. See? Simple as that. But for the guys who can work it out, who did work a trade out previously, I mean, pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Waiting and waiting. All right. So finally, this 4-hour candle is actually trying to close above that 4-hour resistance level. Remember how I said at the beginning of the stream, if any of the 4-hour candle finally closes above this range, there is higher chance that the price could actually move down, move up as well, right? So if the bias of buy is coming in slowly, this is obviously an early trade for me because this candle is sort of like a breathing candle for pound yen for me, right? So obviously calling out buys here is too early, but if this 4-hour candle finally closes above this level, there is chances price could move up. There is. Just gotta wait a little bit more and see what happens. I'm not going to buy near this 4-hour resistance. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. I have to wait for my bias to play out. Let's see. It's pretty cold out here. Let me get my warm trouser on. Just give me a second. I'll be back. I'm right here. Oh, man. we are back again. Look at the way how the prices has been engaging with the channel several times. Look at the way. Look at the way how prices have engaged with that roughly drawn channel several times. Several times. Interesting. All right, Moy Lester on the YouTube says, GJ has taught me a lesson to not trade in the range. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself the question: why are you forcing a trade? Because price action dictates that, you know what, trading in range can be really bad experience. It has been a proof. You can just go and back test. A lot of times trading in the range is just ugly. It wicks you up, it wicks you down, and you just get a lot of bad negative pips sort of a situation. So do you really want to be part of that? Maybe no. Be part of the market when it's way consistent and it has a lot of clear range to move through, right? So you got to be careful. Don't overtrade. Don't trade in a range, and try and take a quality trade, especially when it's the end of the month. Take a quality trade if you really are trying to find a trade. All right, so Mr. Moy Lester says you said my you said my name wrong, man. I don't know how you say your name. Is it Mo? Is it Mo Lester? Is it Moe? Is it Mr. Moe? Oh, this dude. This dude is funny. This dude is funny. Yeah, man, Mr. Moe Lester. Just be careful. There are a lot of moderators out there in the YouTube channel, so they can actually kick you out. So I don't want you to be kicked out. So just be careful, because there are moderators out there in the YouTube channel. People can actually kick you out. So, man, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah, man, just waiting. Today has been a character building day. Obviously, a character building day. No different than any other trading day. Obviously, sometimes trades do present, the market do present a lot of opportunity, but sometimes the market's just ranging, and it's potentially a end of the month, and the price is just breathing, so exhausting. So you can't really take any trade. So what do? You call it a day, right? In the next 30 minutes, I will be calling it a day. I just want to see if NYSE could give me some sort of pound yen sell, or even gold sell. If it's not going to happen, man, I'm going to call it a day, and I'll come to the chart obviously the next day and try and see if there's any good happening in the market. In about 30 minutes away from the NYSE, the 4-hour candle has successfully closed in pound JPY and also gold. So the 4-hour candle is not successful enough to actually close above the previous 4-hour resistance, just close about the same area. It does have a healthy wick on the top side. So what does that tell us? Does that tell us price still has a chance to fill that wick on the top side on a 4-hour? Maybe that could be the case. But if you look into this rejection in a point of view that, you know what, this is a key level. It's a rejection area on the top. Maybe price has rejected that level finally. So looking at the 2-hour is also, look at this previous 2-hour candle close with a dodgy body around the rejection level. Dodgy body. Dodgy body. Yeah, man, previous 1-hour candle close bearish right around the previously broken 1-hour resistance. So price may push down. Have to wait candles breaking this low and eventually this low. 30-minute time frame. 15-minute ranging side by side. Let's see what's going to happen. So once price starts breaking this low, my bias of sell are active one more time, right? So I may take a position around here on the break of the low, on the break of the support, because we are very close to NYSE. Now, all I can do is anticipate NYSE to bring some sort of volume in the market. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. have to see this current 30-minute candle, also 15-minute candle make a decent top wick and reject this range. If it's actually moving down, has to reject this range and start moving down, breaking lows, break this low, this low, this low, eventually this low. If that is happening. And what's happening? Let's see. Oh, and pound yen is moving down nice and slow. Looks like GJ has flipped bearish. So pretty good. My bias of sell is finally working out. Is finally working out. Let's see what's happening. Yep, so the hourly candle has flipped bearish. And looks like the fake out idea on the top is getting valid every second. If this is the fake out, and if the price is actually rejecting that price with the wick in the next 22 minutes, we will see NYSE volume, and maybe the price could be pushed down. Maybe the candles could be pushing down with volume. So let's see if the fake out is actually happening. Actually, you know what? This is the point where I'm going to take a position right here. A small position right here. Yep, took a position right here. Took a position right there. Dun, dun, dun. I'll show you guys my position. I will show you guys my position. So right here. In about 10 pips stop loss, anticipating the price to push the, anticipating the market with volume to push the price even lower. So there is a fake out that has happened on the top, right? So the hourly fake out is so clear at this point in time, and the hourly candle has successfully made its high. So this is what this is what's going to happen, right? So if there's enough volume in the market, and if the prices could push the candle lower, man, it's lovely, because this is the bias I was waiting for forever. So amazing. I just took an entry. Obviously, this is a 30-minute support. I'm selling around a 30-minute support, but it makes so much sense. Hourly candle flipping bearish, the fake out on the top. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. So here's how I'm going to manage my trade. I haven't shown you guys my position, right? So look at this. Actually, it's a little bit lower. It's a little bit lower, somewhere around here. Yep. So look at this. So the YouTube guys can see it. So one position activated, and the rest of the pending is still there. Rest of my pending still there. One position active. Stop loss above that wick. One of the position is active. Market order. Another 2 orders pending still around there. So is a idea based on the hourly sort of a fake out on the top. If there's enough volume in the market, there is no business in candles retracing higher. If there's enough volume in the market, the candle's going to push down. Let's see what's going to happen. If, for example, let's see. If you actually go into the 30-minute time frame, its 30-minute time frame is pretty bearish, right? Rejected that 153, 195 level at this point in time. And we are still running. Still running. So this is how I'm going to manage my position. If this 15-minute candle finally closes bearish, I mean, I'm running. If this 15-minute candle closes bearish with its proper low wick, the next candle, if the next 15-minute candle retraces anywhere closer to 153, 195, that's going to be the position where I'm going to close at least 50%. But for now, the trade is running. I can show you guys my position right here. Look at this. So the guys in the YouTube can definitely see it. It's running. It's running. Let's see what's going to happen. Is the NYSE going to give me any profits? What's going to happen? That's my trade right there. Let's see. At the beginning, my pending were around this level, below this support, but the hourly fake out does make sense. I gave this next hourly candle some time, and it did what this candle needed to do before moving down. So it kind of makes sense. The wick on the top, rejection around 153, 195 does make sense for the price to move down. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. For example, if this, let's say this 30-minute time frame, this 30-minute candle goes starts retracing pretty heavy. So how am I going to manage the position? This is how I'm going to manage my position. If I feel uncomfortable anytime, for example, if this 30-minute candle starts retracing higher above my entry price, I may close 50% right there even. right? And if it goes anywhere closer to its open price, that's another level where I'm going to start thinking that, oh man, maybe my trade is invalid. And if it's invalid, if the fake out is not real, I'm going to close 50% right there, at least 50% right here. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm letting the trade breathe. I am anticipating the NYSE volume to push the price lower. So my selling bias is active. Let's see. Yep, and I'm in about 5 pips in profit at this point in time. I can show you guys my position. There you go. 5 pips in profit. 5 pips in profit. Ooh, and I am going. I am dropping. Pound yen is dropping. Let's see what's going to happen. In about 6 pips in profit at this point in time. So, I mean, the ideas about sell were discussed all the time. You know, it was given through the trade. So whoever took the trade with the confluences side by side, I mean, pretty good. Just start securing once you hit that 10, 12 pips mark. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. I am believing in this trade to actually push down even lower until the bottom bit of the range. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen, right? But once I hit that 10, 12 pips mark, I'm going to secure. So it's up to you to decide what you're going to do, right? For now, the trade is running pretty well. 30-minute time frame, also looking nice. So the current 30-minute candle has not only broken the previous 30-minute candle's low, but look at this. Has broken the previous 30-minute candle's low, even this significant low. My initial pendings were below this level. And I took an entry around here because it made sense. For now, the candle is pretty bearish. If, let's say this current 15-minute candle, if this 15-minute candle goes anywhere closer to the previous 15-minute candle's open price level, I'm going to close at least 50% because I don't want to lose everything I anticipated. I'd rather lose less than what I applied at the beginning because that is risk management for me. So for now, the trade is running. It's okay. We are 15 minutes away from the NYSE, and looks like NYSE could induce even more volume in the pair. If at any time I'm uncomfortable, I may close the whole position. So just be mindful. You know, if you can copy a trade, you should be able to copy a risk management. So we'll see. All right, so here's another thing, right? So look at this. Look at the way how the previous 15-minute candle actually closed. So the previous 15-minute candle closed with no wick on the bottom. So what does that tell us? Does that tell us maybe there is no range on the downside? Maybe. That could be the case as well. So if that is the case, and the prices and the candles start reacting around this area and starts flipping bullish, man, I will try to stay on the positive side. So how do I stay on the positive side? I close the position if it starts going against me. That's all. For now, the trade is running tremendously. Tremendously running. Tremendously running. At this point in time, 8 pips in profit. I mean, I can show you guys my position. I can show you guys my position. Look at this. Dun, dun, dun. 8 pips in profit. Yep, pretty good. 9 pips in profit, 10 pips in profit. So in about 13 minutes away from the NYSE open, in about 10 pips in profit. 10 pips in profit at this point in time. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to secure half right here. Secure. There you go. And at this point in time, I don't really care if the market falls down or it retraces. I don't really give a big flying damn about this. Trust me. Because I've secured 10 pips out of the trade already. And this was the trade I was waiting for the whole New York session. Waited for this trade the whole New York session. The trade only happened 15 minutes before the NYSE. So lovely trade, man. It's still running. My runners are still running. Beautiful. Beautiful day. And the runner is running with 10 pips at this point in time. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Pretty good, man. I'm actually pretty impressed with this trade here. And the runner is running. This is actually really beautiful. This is actually, yep, Brian, I just secured 50%. So Brian closed 50% at 10 pips. And Ilya Rudenok says, nice. Thanks, Anuj. Thank you. Thank you. So why did I say this trade is actually looking nice? Because look at this. Look at the way how the daily candle is looking at this point in time. I actually explained this idea at the beginning too. At the beginning, it didn't make sense. For a lot of beginner traders, it's not going to make sense because I was talking about the daily flip. Now the daily flip looks obvious and looks very apparent. If the daily candle starts moving down, there is clear range on the left hand side. So this could be one of the trades which runs heavily on the downside. This could be. So let's see what's going to happen. My brother Sudeep brother here says secured 15 pips. Thanks, mate. Thank you. No worries. So if you're smart enough, you will follow along and you will secure. Pretty nice at this point in time. Pretty nice. And just anticipating the NYSE volume to push it even lower. So the runner is running at break even at this point in time. So my initial stop loss was around here above the candle. Now my stop loss is at break even. That is another idea for risk management. And if the prices starts going against me, do I really care? Maybe no. So we will see. And the 30-minute candle is going to close in the next 7 minutes. And in the next 7 minutes, we will see the NYSE market. So is the NYSE market going to push the price in pound yen even lower? More than likely. It seems like it. So I have to keep an eye open for it. And my runner is still running around 11 pips profit. So we will see if the runner is going to pay me like yesterday. I mean, yesterday my runner paid me around 25, 26 pip and even more. So that is lovely. When the market gives you more, you have to you have to receive it properly, you know? You have to be able to secure some already and manage the trade and let the market give you the money. So pretty amazing day here. So we're gonna do the celebration in the next 7 seconds. So actually, hold on. In the next, yeah, actually, we're gonna do the celebration right now. So whoever took that trade early on. So if you believed in the confluence, if you kept the bias same, and if you waited for the quality trade, and if you took it, man, this is for you. This celebration is for you guys. And the guys in the Zoom, just go into the link, and I'm gonna start the celebration in the next 7 seconds. Okay. So the celebration is for anybody who took that GBPJPY sell. If you manage to secure, this is for you. So the celebration is going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and there you go. Bang! That's for you guys. If you manage to secure something out of the market, perfect. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do every single day. Come into the market, take pieces, and get out of there. Get out of there. Amazing. This celebration is for you guys. Whoever took that trade, man, just hit that thumbs up. Hit me that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because this is amazing New York stream channel. Every single day, Monday to Friday. Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Man, oh man, my runner is still running within about 13 pips of profit at this point in time. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So whoever took that trade, man, congratulations. Congratulations. This is what you need to do every single day. Beautiful, man. Beautiful trade. I can show you guys my trade. Dun, dun, dun. And it's still running. My runner is still running. Look at this. My runner is still running. It looks like it's gonna push down even lower. Beautiful trade, man. Beautiful, beautiful trade. And the runner is still running within about 14 pips in profit. 14 pips in profit. All right, so Tater Tots says, do you use FTMO? No, mate. Not yet. I haven't tried FTMO yet. But looks like some of my friends have done pretty good. I mean, it takes consistency. In platforms like FTMO, it definitely takes consistency, you know. But I trade out of my own money. I do have a small capital set aside for trading, so pretty good. And Brian says, good job, secured 50% at 12 pips, man. Beautiful, beautiful, Brian. Brian, my mate, if you haven't subscribed to the channel on YouTube, go and show your love and support. You know, no, I think Brian has subscribed. I think I saw Brian. And Jur says, beautiful trade, Anuj. Congrats, guys. I'm waiting for gold just till NYSE. Oh, okay. Jur is waiting for NYSE. And at this point in time, trade is still running. All right, so Vic here says, all right, maybe you can advise me. I always set my stop loss to break even at 5 to 6 pips. Oh, man. All right, 5 to 6 pips and close partials at 5 to 6 pips. And 2, I am profitable, but it's higher risk to reward. Any way to help me keep my positions open? I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing about your about letting the positions run, you have to make sure make sure you secure at least 80% of the market, or 80% of the profit. I do know how being consistent with 10 pips helps you. I don't know how you can grow your account with 5 and 6 pips, man. 5 and 6 pips. Maybe you can grow your account once you have higher lots, but when you're growing from a smaller account, you have to make sure you take quality trades, because the market always gives you 10 to 12 pips. Trust me, market at least gives you 8 to 12 pips sometimes. So 5 to 6 is nothing. You have to go back to your trades, to your journal, and you have to ask yourself the question that, you know what, maybe the trade that you took in the market, was that profitable? Was that a trade that ran more than 5 to 6 pips? And you have to ask yourself that question that, you know what, maybe now, next time when I take a trade, maybe I will try and manage my risk early on, but I'm only going to secure once I hit that 8 to 10 pips sort of a target. So you have to set that margin and see how it goes. Because once you start playing with 8 to 10 pips of profits, you know what is consistent. You will start knowing that your risk to reward kind of makes sense, and you will start seeing that your account's going to grow out of that break even, out of that loser sort of a cycle. So try and see, and ask your trades. Go back to your journal and see, was that trade a profitable trade, and did it run more than 10 pips or not? Just go and ask yourself that question. And all right, so closing half, etc. Yeah, man, just close when you hit that 8 to 10 pips. Trust me. Maybe close only when you hit that 8 to 10 pips. And obviously, you have to decide on your own if that's comfortable for yourself. For me, it's way comfortable to secure only when I'm 8 to 10 pips. So I don't secure at 6. I don't feel comfortable. So that's the way. And on YouTube, Fix says, have you ever withdrawn money from Black Bull market? If yes, how long does it take? Also, are you currently using MT4 or MT5? All right, so this is what I'm going to say. When I did my withdrawal from that brokerage, it took me 24 hours. So that was in the midweek. For example, I did my withdrawal around Wednesday, and the money came around Thursday. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Withdrawal was not an issue. Only the thing that my terminal had a lot of issues when I was trading gold. So that's something I didn't like, you know. Obviously, I'm not ratting them out or something, but it is what it is. We even have the visual proof that my terminal was lagging. And I send them the email and stuff. But anyways, all right, let's just forget about it. And I use MT5. MT5 is the latest, and MetaQuotes constantly updates MT5 and its technical aspect. So it's supporting the app constantly, right? So we are 1 minute in the NYSE at this point in time. My runner is still running. My runner is still breathing. So let's see what's going to happen. I mean, I've secured my positions already, but still, if it's going to push down even more, if the runner's going to give me more, that's even lovely. That is even lovely. All right, so Jackie M says gold is really hard right now. Yeah, I think the same. I'm going to stay out of gold here. I'm going to stay out of gold. So the highlight for today, the 30th June, the last trade for the month, was GBPJPY sales. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Ended the month with positive sides. So that's nice. And dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. And we are back again. So I was trying to post a story on the Instagram. I haven't posted in the Instagram for a long time. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool trade. We waited for this bias to play out, and finally it did play out. Finally. Bye 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 bye. That's the tone for tonight. That's the tone for tonight. Oh, so this is what I'm gonna do, right? So I'm actually going to let this runner run at the background. I'm gonna call it a day because, as I said earlier on, I told you guys I'm gonna call it a day in the next 30 minutes, and the 30-minute is up now. Usually around this hour, I close the stream, I close everything. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who showed up. I mean, I'm pretty good. If you manage to secure something out of the market, or at least learn something out of the market, pretty good. If you didn't learn and you didn't manage to take the notes, go back to the stream and see how we discussed ideas and how the bias were explained, how we didn't take any funny setups, right? So waited for the quality setup, and when it happened, when we find out, when we recognized, we took it. So beautiful. For now, take it easy, have a beautiful time, and I'll see you guys next day, tomorrow, and we'll have a good time. We will have a good time. Good time. Good time. Beautiful, man. We got 18 likes. We got 18 likes and 383 subscribers on the YouTube. From scratch 0 to 383, that is a lot. that is a lot. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. At this point in time, I am actually letting my runner run. I don't care if it gets stopped out, if it runs. I don't really care. So thank you guys for showing up one more time, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, don't overtrade, don't over risk. Just have a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Thank you. Tariq says thank you. Anush, thank you, Tariq. Thank you very much. Take care.